Welcome back to our part two. Welcome back. In our part two of the source of all wealth, we are going to go more deeper. You know already who I am. I don't need to introduce myself. You're welcome back to join us. You're welcome back to send your question. So I'm going to teach you some principles. Those principles will help you to establish yourself spiritually. First, let's go with these principles before we go any further. The first one, you need to have a clear idea and vision that tell you and you believe in the idea that I am the source of all wealth. The second one is I am rich with creative ideas. The third one is my mind abound with new, original, inspired thought. The fourth one is what I have to offer is unique and the world desired it. And the fifth one is my value is beyond reckoning. We are going to have a teaching on these 5 points. The first thing you need to believe that you as a person, you as a spiritual being, you are able. You are the source of all wealth. There's nothing that can be beyond your control as a spiritual being. They can be beyond your control as a human being, but not as a spiritual being. Because you hear some people telling you, I have karma, I have bad luck, I have evil spirits, witchcraft have attacked me. If that can happen, so you too on your side, you can still reverse it. That is a principle. The only sovereign is the high spirit. Only with the high spirit, we do not have to equal ourselves. If there's bad, there's good. Why are you afraid? If you believe, you won't tell me, no, master, positive talking doesn't help. I'm not a motivation speaker to bring us positive talking. It's not because I'm not wearing my African customary spiritual gown, items, costumes, to not show that I'm a master. I am like many like you. We are born in the big cities. We live in the 21st century. My point here is to bring you to the spiritual reality of who you are. Many people asking, what can I do to get money? That's why we are talking about wealth. Wealth in terms of finance, wealth in terms of success, wealth in terms of peace, wealth in terms of earth. You might have a lot of positive thinking, words, behavior. So now let us look at the spiritual aspect. Are you applying the requirement of your culture? Are you respecting your elderly principles, even though you live in the city? Because we tend to think we have evolved. You are doing business. You are not even aware what your forefathers were doing as prayer and ritual in order to make themselves prosperous for you to inherit their DNA that make you the businesswoman or the businessman that you are today. You call yourself, you say you are an employee, an executive. It doesn't mean if you are not aware of the kind of education your grandparents were having because they didn't write a book, they didn't have any means of education. How they were administrating themselves. If these people were truly uneducated, as some of us may be presuming, ask yourself a question. How did they have empires structures. Some of us who have the opportunity to have a parent who educated. Some of us do not have those opportunities. But yet, we are making it in life. They were not, they didn't go to a specific civilized design school, but they were the cultural and traditional education in our ancestors, in our grandparents, in our culture and traditions. And those understand truly who we are as beings. You want to be successful? You want protection? You want money? Your mother, you who are looking at me, your own mother, since she passed away. When last time did you go to clean a grave? After the funeral. Your own father. When last did you put foot in his grave? Your own child. Yes, I mean even your own brothers. I mean your friend, the one you grew up with him. Since he passed away, when last did you go and pay respect? But yet you want to be prosperous in the land. And those are the ones we call the ghost of the land. These people, they were like you and me. They were not evil. Their humanity left. They go to the spiritual world. There's going to be a time I'm going to teach about that. You do nothing, you get nothing. That is life principle. So by that, what you need to do? That's the question I'm asking now. I'm happy that you need to know what you need to do. The first thing you need to do, you need to reconcile yourself with your forefathers. It doesn't matter which religion you are. They are your family. They were physically, they are spiritually. And they are willing to help you. You need to reconcile with them to make peace. You need to learn about your specific culture, not mine, yours. Where you come from. Yes, I can help if you contact me to assist you with the research. What people in your line of work were doing in order to be prosperous. Who are those people? We can even call to the spirit of those people to come and guide you with the spiritual wisdom. You need to know they do and they do not do based on your culture. I'm not saying your church, I'm not saying your religion, I say your culture. Fourthly, you need to identify yourself. Who are you? Whose child are you? Which race, nation, tribe, what are your origins? Which clan do you belong? What are the kind of advantage, privileges, and disadvantage you claim through your nations? So those basics, they are now prayers, rituals that you can do with a spiritualist like me, with any religious leaders, with different people to enable you to be successful when you already arrange yourself. In our second part, we're going to talk more deeper about what in some point we need to do in order for us to be successful. I hope you enjoy our video. You're welcome to contact me to share the video. If you like them, please subscribe, support us, support the world by sharing the message, give people knowledge. We don't want people to be used. He's your humble servant, spiritual master, Roger. Have a blessed evening and see you on